Here we go. Welcome to Friday Yoga. So take a comfortable seat. You can roll your thighs in, widen the sitting bones. Create some space and curve in the lumbar spine. Say hello to Atticus. Hi. And just begin to settle. You can place your hands to begin. Palms facing down on the thighs if you're wanting a little extra grounding. Palm facing up if you want a little more open.
Sorry, very distracting.
The dog. Yeah, he's settling down, right, Atticus? Yeah. He's centering also. And go ahead and you can just begin to bring your focus to that center of your being, closing your eyes or keeping them soft, and beginning to place your awareness to your breath. Inhaling through the nose, a long, deep inhalation, pausing at the top of the breath, feeling that heart opening. And then as you exhale slowly, keeping that opening, keeping that length in the body, exhale. And just keep breathing, and I'll tell you a little bit about our class theme for today. Today we're looking at the heart chakra, Anahata. This is the space in the body behind the sternum. It's the fourth chakra, connected to the color green. And the element is air and space. So in Anusara, when we talk about that idea of the infinite, that's kind of what I think about when I think about Anahata, the heart chakra. In the physical body, we connect with the space around the heart and the lungs, also the arms and the hands. So we're beginning to kind of bridge from the lower chakras, the three lower chakras that we've looked at, to the three above. And the focus for the heart chakra is this idea of being able to give and receive love. So I thought for our theme for today, we could think about the idea that we can use our heart as our inner compass. It's that guiding force that, Atticus, go lie down. The guiding force where when we place our attention in the space of the heart and in the core kind of center of our being, our heart center, we say in Anusara Yoga, we can create the sense of belonging and trust in ourselves that can help us to dissolve all of those external boundaries, all the boundaries that we imagine are there, so that we can connect with the infinite. So as you're breathing, I'm going to invite you to take your hands and bring them to your heart center in Anjali Mudra, pressing the thumbs into the sternum, and then keeping the thumbs pressed together and the pinkies pressed together. Press your palms together, but open your other fingers into Lotus Mudra. This is a gesture of opening to grace, as we say in Anusara, opening to that infinite capacity that we possess when we use our heart as our guiding compass. And breathe for a moment, just in this space. You can even in your mind chant the Bija mantra Yam, which is the Bija mantra, seed mantra connected with the heart chakra. Inhale, Yam, on the exhale. Yam. 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 And the next inhalation, bow to your heart, bow to the lotus. And release the hands back down and open your eyes. Welcome again, beautiful heart. We're going to slowly begin our warm up to our sequence today. So I'm going to go ahead and move back to my mat so that you can see me. Keeping your seat, we're going to begin with Matsa Andrasana. So you're going to take and tuck your left foot just in towards your right glute and cross. If it's available to you, cross your right foot over the left knee. If this feels a little bit tricky or you're having trouble rooting your right hip down, you can also take the left leg and stretch it long like we would in Tanasana. So either way, you want to make sure that both of your hips are rooted down. So there's benefit in both of these. I'm going to keep my left foot tucked under, and to help keep my right glute, my right hip rooted to the earth, I'm going to take and widen my sitting bone on the left side. You can also take your hands on either side and physically lift your hips, draw your sit bones back, and then root down, lift the heart. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, root into the space of the heart. You're going to take your left elbow and take it on the outside of the right knee. The right hand comes up on fingertips, just behind your hips. Feel all the points of your body connected to the earth. And inhale from the heart, lengthen the side body. And then exhale, begin to twist. Beginning at the torso, then the space of the heart and shoulders, and then taking your drishti back. Each inhalation, you can lengthen and grow tall through the crown of the head. Each exhalation, turn a little more deeply. Inhale and return to center. Switch sides. You can take your legs long for a moment and shake them out. And then we're going to cross the left foot over on the other side of the right knee. If you want, you can keep your right leg stretched long. I'm going to tuck my right foot just by my left glute and then physically widen my sit bones by drawing my right glute out to the side. Find your foundation. Take your time. Take your right elbow to the outside of the left knee, the left hand up on fingertips behind the left hip. I've got mine, maybe like a foot back, so I don't know, centimeters, 20 centimeters. And then inhale, lengthen the side body long, grow tall through the crown of the head. Feel the heart open. And exhale, turn up the torso, the shoulders, and the gaze. Your drishti comes back. Inhale from the space of the heart. And exhale. Shine your heart. Inhale, return to center and release. Take the feet in Baddha Konasana, so bound angle. Got the soles of your feet are pressing together. Feel that energy. And you're going to, again, take your hands on either side of your hips. You can lift the hips, draw the pelvis back a little. And you get a nice little curve in the lower back. Taking your hands just to clasp gently on your ankles. I wanted to say wrists for some reason. The wrists of your legs. And then on an inhale, lift your heart, draw the shoulders back. And exhale, from the heart, bow forward. keeping the gaze soft so that we look through the lens of the heart, just as we breathe through the lens of the heart. You can even pulse the knees up and down a little bit, create a little flow of energy in the lower body. And then inhale, lift the heart, and we're going to come to table pose. Find your foundation in table, hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide, rooting the four corners of the hands into the earth. Knees beneath the hips, toes curled under. Find your foundation. Move into that space of awake and awareness. And then draw the core towards the back for neutral spine. Soften just a little between the shoulders. And on an inhale, begin to tilt the pelvis forward, drawing your gaze forward into cow. Feel the heart open. And exhale and round, drawing your gaze between the feet. Breathe into the space behind the heart and round the back even more. Inhale, leading with the breath, and the breath leads the heart forward. And exhale. Finishing this round of cat-cow, we're going to come back to a neutral position and table. We're going to do a little bit of glute, a little core work. And especially because, we talk about an Anusara beginning with a foundation, and once we find that space, then we can begin to open to grace, to open to the heart space. And sometimes I think that trust, that we can find that space of trust by connecting with our core and connecting with the heart center. So we're going to lift the right leg, keeping the knee bent, the foot flexed, so the sole of foot comes all the way up towards the sky, and do some pulses, maybe 10. So you're keeping the leg lifted and then pressing the foot up towards the sky. Keep the core really engaged here. Squeeze the glute. Find that inner wisdom, heart wisdom, to create trust. I'm not sure if I probably did like 20 there, so it's probably a good time to bring the leg down, and we'll do the other side. Lift up, get ready, and then lift. Pulses. Focusing on creating or remembering that we can trust. We can trust in that inner space of the heart. And come back down. We're going to lift again the right leg. Hug the energy into the center, into that center space. And we're going to do rotation or revolutions with the right leg. So we're going to take the knee out to the right, draw it down without touching the earth, and then lift back up. And do a few big circles. Maybe I have some cracking going on. That's okay. I'm just beginning to open things up in the body. The more we open the body, the more space there is for prana to flow. And we can take that beautiful heart energy and shine it through the whole body. So one more time in this direction, and then we're going to reverse direction. So knees hovering over the earth. We're going to take it up to the right, and then back, and lower down. And try to keep your core, your center, really engaged here. So you're not collapsing, but you're maintaining that solid foundation of engagement. And one more time. And lower down. We'll do the other side. Lift the left knee up. Foot flex, toes spread wide. Draw the shoulders back. Engage the core. Trust in your heart, wisdom. Draw the knee out to the left now. And down to hover above the earth. And up, out, down. As fast or as slow as you feel drawn to. Trust in that innate wisdom in your body. Your body and the heart are connected after all. And one more time in this direction. And then we're going to switch. Lifting the knee up to the side, back, and down. And one more time. And lower down. And for a moment, take the tops of the feet flat. Sit back on your feet. And then just shake your hands. That was a lot of the wrists. First thing. Just release. You can take and let them go a little bit. And do Popeye arms. Arms up to the side. Draw the wrists into a fist and draw them towards you and back out. And for a moment, take your hands and lotus mudra. Connect your thumbs to your sternum. Close your eyes. And imagine your heart as a compass. When we hold a compass, we can take a moment to find our foundation, to find our space, where we are, to even begin to try to read the compass, to know where we're going. Take a moment to listen to your heart, find out where you are. Without judgment, just listen for a moment. In our yoga, sometimes we slow down so that we can listen, because life can move so quickly that we react a lot instead of taking that time to find our foundation open, listen to our heart, and listen to our body, that wisdom that helps us connect to the infinite. So now, find your way through the space of the heart to downward facing dog. Hands can come as wide as the mat, and you can pedal your knees, taking one thigh back and bending the other knee. Begin to listen to what the body is telling you in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe it's your first down dog of the day. And your body is saying, take it slow. And the heart is saying, I agree. In Anahata, we practice through these principles to align the body with the heart and with our intention. Well, today's practice, focusing on the heart chakra, is all about that alignment. When we're in alignment, we can give and receive love more readily, I think, than when we're not aligned. And coming back to a neutral space, inhale, sweep the body forward to plank pose. Bring a deep breath in, gaze forward. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale again, forward to plank, Palakasana. Soften between the shoulders. Keep the legs straight and strong. Inhale your heart. And exhale, push back. One more time, inhale forward, Palakasana, plank pose, and exhale, lower down to Chaturanga. You can hover above the earth for a moment, and then lower all the way down. Take the tops of the feet flat, rock the hips from side to side, inner spiral. Hands come beside the lower ribs. Spread the toes wide, spread the fingers wide, and root all those points down into the earth. Then draw the shoulders onto the back, engage your core, and lift up for a baby cobra. Inhale. Feel that engagement. Breathe through the lens of the heart. Then curl the toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, gaze between the hands, and hop or walk forward to meet the hands in Uttanasana. Inhale the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, release down. Bring the hands to the hips, bend the knees, draw the shoulders onto the back, and from the heart, rise. The arms sweep up in Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale, heart into the hands, and exhale. Release down, Tadasana. Take a moment to find your foundation. Find the feet parallel and hip width apart. Release the knees, just a little, soften. And the hands into mountain pose, fingers spread wide. Draw the shoulders onto the back, engage the core, root back, tuck the chin just a little. Lift the corners of your mouth and from your heart to shine out. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive down to meet your feet, Uttanasana. Inhale the heart forward, tilting the pelvis to create a curve in the lower back. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale the heart forward, and exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Take the tops of the feet flat. Rock the hips from side to side and bring your arms to your side for Shalavasana. Fingers spread wide, engage the core. Notice that you lift up a little bit. Your heart already wants to come forward. So inhale, draw the shoulders on the back and lift up, reaching the arms back. Exhale, lower down. You can make a pillow with your arms and rest your forehead on the arms. If you're resting your head to one side, after a couple breaths, you want to turn to the other side. Keep that balance. And then we're going to take the arms again to the side. And this time we're going to go into Locust Pose. So this is where the arms and the legs reach up. And we take flight using our heart to guide us. Engage the core, draw the shoulders onto the back. Be ready. Open the heart and inhale and lift up. Lift the arms, lift the legs. Feel that engagement in the core and the lower back. Trust in your body, trust in your heart. And you can even bring the arms and legs wide or draw them back together. And exhale, lower down and rest for a moment. Feel that prana moving through the body and imagine that it's your heart that is guiding that energy, coming from a space of openness, of a desire to connect with your infinite capacity. And then taking the hands just beneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, push back, plank pose, and then back to downward facing dog. In dog, inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Parallel the hips, so you roll the thigh in. Bend the knee, open to the right, and allow the foot to come and respond to gravity behind you. Stay strong in the left arm. Three-legged dog, hip opener. And come back to three-legged dog, the right leg lifted. Exhale, lower down. We'll do the other side. The left leg lifts up. Bend the knee, open to the left side. And allow the left foot to respond to the call of gravity. Staying strong in your foundation, keeping the heart open. Breathing with the heart guiding your intention. And then come back to three-legged dog, lower down. Bend the knees, gaze between the hands, and hop or walk forward to Uttanasana. Inhale the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, lower down. And just for a moment, breathe in the space, root through the mound of the big toe to keep that inner spiral. Tilt the pelvis forward a little, and again, bring the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, and exhale, lower. One more time, tilting the pelvis forward, drawing the heart forward. And then lower, release the hands to the hips, bend the knees, and rise up on the inhale to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale the hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Find your way back to Mountain Pose. Feet hip width apart. Close your eyes for a moment and connect with your heart. Connect with the space of Anahata Chakra. What is your heart telling you in this moment? Your heart as your guide. Listen for a moment without judgment. Open the eyes. Maybe the heart is telling you that you should do child's pose for the rest of the practice. And if so, that is just fine. My heart is telling me to focus on the positive, that there's light shining, that we're here together, that my internet's a little bit faster, so that I should smile from the heart. I'm going to work on that. Inhale, sweep the arms up to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive down to meet the feet in Uttanasana. Root the mound of the big toe, creating inner spiral, and inhale the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the right leg back, runner's lunge. Draw the feet together energetically. Find your foundation. Find that trust in the body that it can hold you up so you can connect to nature and begin to rise up. Allow the hands and the body to connect with that trust. And then we'll sweep the arms forward and up into high lunge. In each space, in each pose, allow the heart to guide you into your unique expression of the asana. Take your time. Bring the arms out to cactus pose. Draw the elbows down, the back ribs down, and forward, so open. Feel the heart open. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth and draw back into a little back bend. On an exhale, touch the right hand down on fingertips, just beneath the chin, and open to the left and lift the left arm for a twist. Keep bending the left knee out towards the pinky toe, but rooting the mound of the big toe down so you don't lose that center, that trust. Trust that you belong here and now. Remember that we can create that feeling of trust and belonging when we listen and allow our heart to guide us. Exhale, touch down, step back, plank pose. Gaze comes forward, and we exhale and lower down. And come down all the way to the earth, rocking the feet from side to side. Take the tops of the feet flat and take the hands and clasp them and place them on the sacrum. Draw the shoulders onto the back. Engage the core and inhale, lift up and draw the hands back. Place that trust in your innate energy wisdom. Open the heart and gaze forward, finding out. Exhale, lower, and pause for a moment and rest. You feel your heart beating. I feel mine beating. Good to connect to that life within us. Take the hands, meet the shoulders, curl the toes under. Push back up to plank pose and then back to downward facing dog. Full round of breath. You can pedal the knees. Notice what's happening for you in this space. Next inhalation, sweep the right leg up and forward to runner's lunge on the other side. Hug the feet together. Feel the muscles in your leg firm and strong. Trust in that. And lift up. Look at that. No hand. Move the arms forward and up for high lunge. Let the heart guide you as you bring your arms to cactus pose. Down, forward, into a back bend. Feel that energy of your heart just radiating out. Like an invitation, sending out that heart intention. We also invite the universe to respond with love as well. And then touch the left hand down, open to the right side for a twist. Draw the right hip back, the right knee, landing just above the ankle and out towards the pinky toe. Keep rooting in the mat of the big toe. Stay connected. Stay connected to that trust. That knowledge that we belong here in this moment. And that there is beautiful energy for our heart to guide us through this practice and through the world. Exhale, touch down, switch the back foot up to meet the front. And Tanasana. Inhale the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, lower down. And for a moment, take the right hand to the left elbow, left hand to the right elbow, and allow the body to soften into gravity. The head and the neck, and bow down. If you feel tight still in the hamstrings, you can bend the knees a little bit. You can also rock from side to side like a little asana lullaby. With your arms in a kind of swinging pose motion. And release the hands to the hips, bend the knees, shoulders come onto the back and rise up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release back down. Back to Tadasana. It's kind of like an infinity loop, our practice. There's a beginning, there's an end, but the end is also a beginning. And it's like we always come back to that space of the heart. So it's nice to focus on the heart as our compass. Let that be the guiding force. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, dive down to meet the feet. Inhale the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, step the right leg back, runner's lunge. Hug your feet together energetically. Lift up. Place the hands clasped on your sacrum. Draw the shoulders onto the back. Elbows come back like you're holding something very precious, maybe like the whole world, or your whole world between your elbows. Inhale, lift the heart, draw the hands back, little back bend. And exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Bow to your heart, to your practice. Trust in using your heart as your compass. And exhale, release the hands down, and you can just switch the feet. You can hop or just step one back and the other forward. Hug the energy together. Lift up. High lunge. On the other side. And release the hands, the sacrum, and we'll do humble warrior on the other side. Shoulders back, engage the core. Draw the hands down to lift the heart, to connect with the infinite. And then exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Root down through the mound of the big toe. Keep that connection with the earth. The earth is our great stabilizing force to help guide our compass. And then exhale, touch down. The back foot comes to meet the front, Tanasana. Inhale the heart. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, hands to hips, and rise up. Urdhva. Hands to heart center. Release down. Here we are again. Tadasana. Ta-da. Just feel that heart and take a moment. Even place the hands at the space of the heart. Connect for a moment with the heart as your guide. And listen. Maybe the heart is saying something different than it was a few minutes ago. Try not to place better or worse judgment, but just notice. Just feel. And release down. I'm going to come to a wide stance for Padottanasana. Connecting all four corners of the feet to the earth and checking that the outer edge of your feet are lined up with the short edges of the mat. Find your center. Bring the hands to the hips and inhale the heart, shoulders on the back. Exhale, bow forward halfway. Touch the hands down on fingertips. You can bend the knees a little bit here. If you have blocks, you can always use blocks or hardcover books to help bring the earth to where you need it to be. You inhale the heart forward, then exhale, release down. Keep breathing deep here. You can turn the hands and actually walk them back behind you for a little bit of a deeper stretch. Walk the hands back, bend the knees, hands to hips, and rise up. Draw the heels in at a 45-degree angle so your toes are pointing out at a diagonal. Root down, connect with the earth. Breathe in the space of the heart. And bring the arms up and out into yes pose. Fingers spread wide. Gazing up, feel your heart and breathe and shine out through that heart space. Imagine light just radiating from your heart all the way up and out through the fingertips, all the way down and out through the toes. And release the hands, the heart center. Parallel the feet. And we're going to turn and prepare for warrior two on the right side. You can draw the heel in and turn the toes out to prepare and get that stance. Ready? Hands come to the hips. You want to be able to draw a line from roughly from the heel of your right foot down towards the middle, towards the back arch of your left foot, roughly. But listen to your body, right? This is like trust in our body and our innate wisdom, using the heart to guide us. Lift the arms up and out to the side. Lengthen. And release the shoulders just a little from the ears and bend into the right knee for warrior two. Now we're really taking that trust to a space of intensity, warrior two. Certainly going into battle, we want to trust not only in our innate body wisdom, but in the heart to guide us. Life can feel a little bit like a battlefield sometimes. It's nice to keep the heart open as our guide. Fingers spread wide. Hug that energy to center and feel that strength. Take the back hand to rest on your thigh, the front hand palm facing up, and reverse your warrior. Back to warrior two. We're going to draw the left arm forward. Draw it back like we're creating like a bow and arrow. Like we're going to shoot energy from the heart and then draw the elbow down. Keep bending into the front knee and reach the right arm up to the sky. Again, sending that energy from the heart out to the infinite. And release, parallel the feet. And we're going to turn and do that sequence on the other side. Preparing for warrior two on the left side. Breathe for a moment. Lift the arms up, lengthening the side body. And exhale, bend into the left knee. You can draw that energy back so your shoulder is lined just above the hip. Moving out over the fingertips. Feel strong and steady. Even if you're getting a little shake, I'm getting a little shaking in my arms because I haven't kept them lifted like this in a while. But trust in the body, trust in the heart, and reverse the warrior. Take the top arm to come back to warrior two. Draw the right arm forward. Then it's like you're getting ready to draw the arrow back. And then inhale, lift up, and it's like you're releasing. Like even just take your fingers and whoosh, take that energy and whoosh, send it out into the world. Keep bending into the front knee. Hugging the feet together, keeping that steadiness. And then release. Feet parallel. You can step the feet back together. And just relax for a moment. Sway. Allow the body to soften. It's a lot of muscular energy, a lot of hugging in, connecting with that trust in our core so we can shine it out from the heart. And now just allow yourself to notice what's happening as a result of all that efforting and intention. And come back to center. And we're going to set up for tree pose. So find your way to Tadasana. Feet hip width apart and parallel. With the toes, spread them wide. Place the big toe and the pinky toe down first, if you can. And then the others follow. Bend the knees just a little. Soften just a little. Hug it in. Come to a space of readiness. Using the heart to guide you. Place your weight in your right foot. Take the left foot and set up for whichever variation of tree you prefer. Take your time. Just like we talked about, it can take a little while to find that, where am I in space when you're holding a compass? Bring the hands to the heart center to connect to that heart space. Shoulders come onto the back, draw the throat back. Inhale, lift up, touch the infinite. Maybe even gazing up to look. Look at where you're headed with your heart energy, where you want to go. I was reading in Tantra Illuminated, and Christopher Wallace refers to this Chinese proverb, and something like, be careful about your intention for where you're going because you might end up there. Something like that. So when we use the heart as our compass, sometimes we might need to nudge it in a direction that's, based on our intention from a place of wisdom rather than a reactionary space. Bring the hands back to heart center and release down. And shake it out a little. Sometimes using my heart as my guide, if I have some debris or something kind of fogging up the lens, the cover on the compass, I may not go to the place that I really want to. So that's where we come back to our foundation. We allow ourselves to soften and open to grace, and then we guide our heart through that space of grace. Place your weight in your left foot now and set it for tree on the other side. Take your time. Hug it in, pressing your foot into the thigh into the foot, resisting, creating that space of trust. Hands come to heart center. Focus your gaze. Listen to your heart. And from the heart, guide your branches to touch the infinite. On an exhale, guide your hands back to the heart center, Anjali Mudra, and release down. And let's see, where are we? Ooh, always running out of time. Cross one foot over the other. We're going to come down closer to the earth. And then come to sit back on our heels for a Ustrasana variation of Camel Pose. You can do this pose with the toes curled under. I like to keep the tops of my feet flat. I like feeling that just direct connection with the earth. It's like a kind of fluidity from the knees all the way down to my toes. Take my hands, our hands, your hands on fingertips, just behind the knees. Get a little curve in the lower back and soften for a moment. Inhale into the heart and exhale. And the next inhale, draw the hands back, and we're going to come up on fingertips, draw the shoulders out of the back, lift the heart, lift the hips, and draw the head back. Keep the knees drawing towards each other, inner spiral. Breathe big, opening the shoulders. And exhale, lower down. Draw the fingers forward. And again, draw the fingers back behind the hips. Shoulders come under the back. Lift the heart, lift the hips. Keeping inner spiral on the thighs. The head comes back. But don't just drop it. Don't collapse it. Keep the chin tucked just a little bit so you don't lose that flow of energy. And exhale, lower down. We're going to do that one more time. Sweep back. Lift up. And exhale. Lower down. You can feel this sun shining in my back. Universal space. The space behind the heart. Reminding me that there is light. I can guide my heart in that space of light and positive energy. Even though sometimes, especially after 2020 and moving into 2021, that can be a little challenging. I'm going to take feet now and come into Tanasana. Flex the feet, spread the toes. Careful not to round the back or collapse here, so you can again widen the sitting bones. And then lift the heart from that space of openness. And we're going to do an upward plank now. So one more heart opening pose, and then we'll soften and we'll begin to cool down and come to Shavasana. So we're going to take the hands back, toes, fingers pointing towards the hips. Draw the shoulders onto the back. And on an inhale, lift the heart, lift the hips, point the toes. And feel that engagement, that trust with the heart, and open to that infinite. Exhale, lower down, whoosh. Bring the hands to the heart center. You can come and just sit for a moment in Sukhasana or Siddhasana if you don't have a husky on your mat. Take the hands to heart center. And just for a moment, feel that vibration. And connect to that. You are that beautiful vibration of heart energy. And release down. You're going to come to lie back on the mat, on your mat. Hug the knees into the chest. Take your arms and embrace your knees in a hug, asana. And you can rock from side to side. Release some of that muscular energy. So we can get all of that engagement. Now is the time for softening. Not forgetting, but just softening. And release the feet down and take them as wide as the mat, if you can, if you don't have a husky on your mat. And you can take the arms out to the side, palms facing down in a T shape. Inhale with the heart, and exhale. We're going to take the knees to the right side. You can take your right foot on top of the left knee if you'd like a bit of a deeper stretch. And gaze out over the left arm. And then release the right foot from the knee. Draw the knees into the center. You can actually lift your hips and draw them to the right. Draw the knees down onto the husky, gazing out over your right arm. You can take your left foot on top of the right knee for a deeper stretch. Paying no attention to the husky or the philosopher. I practice with the husky as my compass. There's always a positive energy. Maybe there are beings in your life that help you return to that space of positive energy to help recalibrate and realign your heart's compass. Release left foot, and we'll come to just take the legs and stretch them long. The arms come to the side, and we'll do a full body stretch 3 times, following the breath. Inhaling, sweep the arms up and over and stretching in both directions. Opening the heart, breathing into that space. And then exhale, bringing the arms back down and side. Doing that 2 more times. You can stay for as long as you like in that stretch. And on the third, release back down and prepare for Shavasana. This may mean getting some socks, getting something warm, a pillow, or a husky to lie back on. Take your time, just like we take our time with our foundation, so that we can create room in our practice and our lives to open to grace. Take the time to create a really nourishing, supportive Shavasana space. This will allow you to hold on to that beautiful energy that you've created. Soften into gravity. Allow the earth to hold you. Time to soften from efforting. When we practice our yoga, whatever the theme, today we're thinking about using our guide. Our heart is our inner compass to transcend all barriers, to connect with the infinite, with trust and the sense that we belong, we're meant to be in this space. And the ultimate desire for freedom. Connect with that infinite space. So I'll sing a mantra to that end. Locust Samasta Sukino Avantu Locust Samasta Sukino Bhavantu 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 Locust Samasta Sukino Bhavantu. Slowly begin to come back into this space, in this moment. Maybe feeling a little bit more light, a little more free, with softness and joy in your heart. From the heart, guide the breath in through the nose and out, far reaches of the body, out to the fingertips, to your toes. Slowly beginning with intention and love to wake the body back up. Eventually, on an exhale, Draw the knees in towards the chest and roll to the right side. And then use your hands to push yourself back to a seated position and come full circle in our practice, back to a seated pose. And sit well for a moment, bringing the heart, hands to heart center. You can keep the eyes closed or soft for a moment longer. Press the thumbs into the sternum and fan the fingers out. Keep the thumbs and the pinkies pressing together, the palms of the hand pressing together, and open the rest of your fingers up. Imagining that your heart has a direct line to the infinite. With each breath, breathe energy into that connection. Thank you for your beautiful practice, for your beautiful heart energy. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.